Morning breaks softly, the light filtering through the windows, touching everything with warmth. This moment, like each day, holds promise. Family gathers in this sacred space where laughter echoes and love abounds. Yet, amid the joy, there's an awareness of the world outside, its challenges, uncertainties, and shadows. Place your family in God's care. Sounds simple, yet it demands a deeper understanding. This isn't just a phrase, it's a commitment. It's an invocation of divine protection and a plea for blessings over those we cherish most. In the Bible, we see numerous examples of God's protective care. Take Psalm 91, for instance. The psalmist speaks of a refuge and fortress, a place where families can find safety under God's wings. It's a vivid image, God as a shelter, a guardian who watches over his people. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. This isn't mere poetry, it's a promise. Imagine a family gathered for morning prayer, hearts unified in faith. Each member brings their worries and hopes, laying them before God. The youngest child may pray for safety at school, while the parent asks for strength to provide. The teen might seek guidance during challenging times. Each prayer, a thread weaving into a tapestry of divine care. Throughout history, families have turned to God in times of need. Remember the story of Job. His life was marked by immense suffering and loss, yet amid despair, he clung to faith. His family faced trials that seemed insurmountable, but Job's unwavering trust in God's plan helped him navigate through darkness. In the end, God restored what was lost, blessing Job with even more than before. This narrative resonates with many today. Life brings unexpected storms, but the anchor lies in faith. When families place their trust in God, they find strength. It's not about avoiding difficulties, it's about facing them with the assurance that God cares deeply. Consider the moments of vulnerability, when a child falls ill, or when financial struggles loom. There's a tendency to feel overwhelmed. Yet, in those instances, prayer becomes a lifeline. A family that prays together invites God's presence into their midst. They create a sacred space where worries are transformed into petitions for divine assistance. The act of prayer itself is a declaration of faith. It's a reminder that we don't navigate life alone. God's care extends to every family member, encompassing their fears and joys. Each morning, as the sun rises, so does the opportunity to surrender these burdens to God. In Matthew 7:7, Jesus encourages us to ask, seek, and knock. It's an invitation to engage with God actively. When families gather in prayer, they embody this invitation. They acknowledge their reliance on God's wisdom and strength, believing that He hears their cries. Reflect on a time when you felt the weight of the world pressing down. What did you do? Many find solace in turning to God, seeking comfort in prayer. It's in those moments we understand the power of placing our family in God's care. The act of turning to Him isn't just about seeking help, it's about recognizing His constant presence in our lives. Stories abound of families who have experienced miraculous interventions, often when they least expected it. A job offer that seemed impossible, a healing that defied medical prognosis, or peace in the midst of chaos. These aren't just coincidences, they're testimonies of God's faithfulness. God's care for our families is woven throughout Scripture. Proverbs 3:5-6 advises, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Trusting God means releasing our need to control every situation. It means believing that He knows what's best for each member of our family, even when circumstances appear grim. Parents often worry about their children's futures. It's natural. The world can feel daunting. Yet, when families anchor their hopes in God's promises, fear begins to lose its grip. By placing their family in God's care, parents model faith for their children. They show that life's uncertainties are met with trust, not trepidation. Consider the impact of such faith on a child. Growing up in a household where prayer is a regular practice instills a sense of security. Children learn to approach God with their needs, understanding that He is attentive and compassionate. The journey of faith is not without its challenges. There may be moments when it feels like prayers go unanswered. Yet, even in silence, God is present. His care doesn't waver. It's in these times that families are called to dig deeper, to lean into His promises. The act of placing a family in God's care is both an individual and collective journey. Each member contributes to the family's spiritual foundation. Together, they create a legacy of faith that can carry them through life's ups and downs. As this morning unfolds, reflect on the significance of inviting God into your family's daily rhythm. The simple act of prayer can transform not just the day, but the very fabric of family life. When families come together in prayer, they create a bond that is fortified by faith and love. The day may be filled with uncertainties, but the assurance remains. God's care envelops every moment. Embrace that certainty and let it guide your steps forward. Morning prayers create a sanctuary for families, a space where hearts connect and burdens are shared. As you gather with loved ones, the familiar words can carry immense weight, anchoring each member in divine care. A morning prayer isn't just a routine, it's an invitation for God's presence to envelop your home. When you invite Him in, you're not merely asking for blessings, you're seeking a shield of protection that wraps around your family like a warm embrace. Think about the power of a simple prayer. It can transform fear into courage, doubt into confidence. Imagine a child anxious about their day at school. A few moments spent in prayer can shift that anxiety, reminding them that they're not alone. God's care is a constant, something that can be felt in every laugh, every hug, and every shared meal. When a family prays together, they are saying, "We trust in God's protection over us." This act of faith becomes a powerful reminder that no matter the challenges ahead, they are held in divine hands. This morning prayer can be tailored to address each family member's unique needs. Maybe one is facing difficulties at work, another is dealing with health issues, or perhaps someone feels lost in their path. Take a moment to name those struggles before God. In that space of vulnerability, something miraculous happens. Each concern is lifted, creating room for God's blessings and protection to flow in. This isn't just a ritual, it's a lifeline, a way to remind each other of the strength that comes from unity in faith. Protection isn't limited to physical safety. It encompasses spiritual well-being too. As you pray, ask God to break the chains of negativity that may weigh down your family. Maybe it's a lingering tension or an unspoken fear that disrupts peace at home. Here, the morning prayer becomes a tool of liberation. When you openly invite God to intervene, you're relinquishing control, which can be transformative. It allows for healing to begin, for burdens to be lifted, and for love to flow back into the relationships that matter most. Consider the impact of praying for protection against external influences. In a world filled with distractions and negativity, a morning prayer can shield family members from harmful influences. It's a proactive step, a way of saying we're choosing to focus on what truly matters. This is where the beauty of God's care shines through. Families need that extra layer of protection, a barrier that helps them navigate life's challenges without losing sight of their values. Now, think about how daily life can get overwhelming. Rushing out the door, juggling commitments, or facing unexpected challenges can create stress. But setting aside those moments in the morning for prayer shifts the tone of the day. Instead of feeling scattered, families can start with a centered heart. Each day can become an opportunity to witness God's care manifest in small but significant ways. Those moments of calm can make the chaos feel manageable. The act of gathering for morning prayer can also strengthen the bonds within the family. It's about creating a culture of openness and support. When you pray together, you're sharing hopes, fears, and dreams. This sharing nurtures deeper connections. Each person feels seen and valued. That sense of belonging fosters resilience, making it easier to face whatever life throws at them. Reflect on the mornings when you've made the effort to pause and pray. There's a certain magic in those moments. You might notice that the little annoyances of the day seem less significant. Whether it's spilled cereal or a forgotten backpack, those trials can be met with laughter rather than frustration. God's care can transform the mundane into a celebration of family life, where love prevails over irritation. Also, don't underestimate the importance of gratitude in your morning prayer. Expressing thanks for God's blessings can shift perspectives dramatically. It's easy to focus on what's lacking or what's gone wrong. But taking a moment to acknowledge the good, family, health, opportunities, can fill hearts with joy. Gratitude opens the door for more blessings to flow in. It's a reminder that God's care is not just about protection from harm, but also about celebrating the richness of life. As you pray, visualize your family enveloped in God's care. Picture each member surrounded by a protective barrier, safe from negativity and harm. This visualization can reinforce the belief that God is actively involved in your lives. It's not just about words, it's about creating a mental image that instills hope and peace. What about those days when everything feels heavy? When challenges seem insurmountable? That's when leaning into prayer becomes vital. It's okay to come before God with raw emotions, to voice fears and frustrations. In those moments, God welcomes honesty. He doesn't expect polished prayers. He desires authenticity. Acknowledging struggles opens the door for healing and reassurance. And remember, your morning prayer doesn't have to be lengthy or elaborate. A few heartfelt sentences can be enough. What matters is the intention behind the prayer. God values sincerity over eloquence. Whether it's a quick request for protection or a moment of silence to reflect, the impact remains profound. Creating a rhythm of prayer within the family can lead to unexpected blessings. Maybe it's a sudden resolution to a problem or an opportunity that seems to come out of nowhere. Families might find themselves more attuned to each other, noticing shifts in mood or needs. This awareness fosters a supportive environment where everyone feels empowered to share and lean on one another. The act of praying together becomes a powerful reminder of God's care. It instills confidence that each family member is never alone in their struggles. The morning prayer can serve as a touchstone, a way to reconnect with faith and each other. So, as you gather for your morning prayer, embrace the opportunity to place your family in God's care. Let that be the foundation for your day. Each prayer, no matter how small, carries the potential to transform. Allow it to guide your family's journey, trusting in the protection and blessings that come from above. What steps will you take today to strengthen that connection? Morning prayer isn't just a routine, it's a profound act of placing your family in God's care. Picture this: the sun rising, casting light on your home, the warmth enveloping your loved ones. Each morning, as you gather, take a moment to express gratitude. Thank God for the very breath you share, for the love that fills your space, and for the opportunities that await. This act of gratitude sets the tone for the day, reminding everyone of the divine presence that surrounds you. Consider how this prayer can shape your daily interactions. When you say those words of protection, visualize your family shielded from negativity, harm, or doubt. As you invoke God's care, imagine His arms wrapping around each member, offering not just safety, but peace. It's a powerful image, one that can transform anxious moments into opportunities for faith. A simple morning ritual of prayer can create a ripple effect, influencing how your family approaches challenges throughout the day. Think about the times when fear creeps in, whether it's a child facing a test at school or a loved one navigating a tough situation. In those moments, remind them of the strength found in faith. Share stories of how God's protection has manifested in your lives. Maybe it's a time when a difficult decision led to unexpected blessings, or when a seemingly insurmountable problem was resolved in a way that felt miraculous. These narratives reinforce trust in God's care. Building this faith requires intentionality. Every day, carve out a few moments to pray together. Whether it's at breakfast or before heading out, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. As you pray for protection, encourage your family to voice their concerns or fears. This openness can foster a deeper connection and allow everyone to feel supported. It also cultivates an atmosphere where God's blessings can flourish, as vulnerability often leads to strength. Incorporate specific prayers for protection into your morning routine. Instead of generalized requests, get personal. Ask for guidance for your children as they interact with peers. Pray for the safety of family members commuting to work or school. When you name these concerns, it solidifies your belief in God's capacity to intervene actively in your lives. Remind your family that God cares about the details, no matter how small they may seem. Let's not overlook the importance of acknowledging the spiritual realm. In your prayers, call for the breaking of chains that may bind your family. These could be habits, fears, or even external influences that threaten your peace. The act of verbalizing these requests can be liberating. It's like shedding a weight, allowing your family to step into the day unencumbered. This request for spiritual liberation isn't just a protective measure, it's a declaration of faith in God's power to change circumstances. Encourage your family to look for signs of God's blessings throughout the day. Perhaps it's a stranger's kindness, a moment of laughter, or an unexpected solution to a problem. These little reminders serve to reinforce the belief that God is actively caring for you. Discuss these moments during dinner or before bed, turning them into shared experiences of gratitude. This practice nurtures a collective recognition of divine intervention and makes it easier to place your family in God's care consistently. While it's easy to focus on protection, don't forget to invite blessings into your lives. Pray not only for safety, but also for growth, love, and understanding. Ask God to strengthen the bonds within your family, foster compassion, and inspire creativity. These blessings can manifest in various ways: a breakthrough for a family member at work, a child excelling in school, or simply a day filled with joy and connection. Emphasizing blessings alongside protection creates a holistic approach to your morning prayers. As you embrace this practice, consider the ripple effect it has on your community. A family that is grounded in prayer and faith naturally influences others. Share your experiences with friends or neighbors. Invite them to join your morning prayers occasionally. This openness can create a network of support where families uplift one another, placing each other in God's care collectively. Don't forget about the importance of self-reflection. Take time to check in with yourself. Are there areas where your faith could be strengthened? Are there fears you need to surrender to God? This personal connection is vital in ensuring you're fully engaged in the process of prayer. A family thrives when each member is committed to their spiritual journey, recognizing that placing your family in God's care starts with individual faith. Live out the promises of your morning prayers. Let them guide your actions during the day. When challenges arise, remember the protection and blessings you've invoked. Respond with patience and grace, knowing that God is with you, shaping outcomes in ways you might not immediately see. This journey of placing your family in God's care is ongoing. It's not just about a morning routine, it's about cultivating a lifestyle of faith. Incorporate these practices into your everyday life. The more you engage with them, the deeper the roots of your family's connection to God will grow. As you move forward, commit to this path. Let prayer be your anchor, guiding you through storms and calm. Trust that God's care is ever present, surrounding your loved ones with protection and blessings. Make this a daily reality, not just a fleeting moment. Place your family in God's care.